How
are you doing? Are you doing well in the class?
Yeah, overall, yeah, I'm doing well.
Okay. Did they give you review material for the final?
Yeah, they did. And I think really what I kind of want to review on is kind of more the early stuff.
Okay.
Because it's been longer since I've worked on that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is it stuff you can verbalize, or do you need to send me a picture?
I may need to send you a picture.
Do it quickly. I can run a little bit past 4, but not much past. Just because I have a 4 to 4:30. And you got my text late. I sent that text right at 4 o'clock. It's almost like the whole internet is slowed down a little bit.
That's weird because I literally didn't get it
until my other text, huh?
They both came in at the same time asking if...
Really? Wow, I sent them like 4 minutes apart. Because I usually don't send that second text until a person is more than 5 minutes late.
Right.
I heard that I was watching TV and they said one trick is when you get off of an airplane and you want to get all your text messages, send yourself a text, and that releases the flood of messages that won't release until somebody sends you a text. It almost sounds like that's what happened. Sounds like my first one didn't get to you until I sent the second one, and then it released both of them.
Send you a photo.
Okay.
Sending right now.
When's your final, Cole?
Wednesday.
All right. I am booked solid tomorrow, but if you don't get enough time today from me and you need more time, I can figure out when to do it. I assume you go to school early in the morning?
Yeah.
Your test is on Wednesday?
Yeah, on Wednesday.
All right.
Okay. An email. I won't send. Wait.
Didn't get it yet.
Yeah, it's just saying that it's sending and then not doing the loading bar.
Yeah, it really is like the internet is backed up.
Like everything is backed up. I think it might have just sent.
When you say the early stuff, what are you referring to? Stuff like what?
Stuff like find the distance between 2 points.
Okay. And one could almost say that's more algebra.
And also this kind of stuff.
This. You want to look at the shapes or you want to look at the word problems?
The shapes.
Okay. How do I figure out, that's a regular polygon. How many sides?
8.
What's the total sum of the interior angles?
Over here.
What's the general formula?
N minus 2 times 180, so it'd be 6 times 180.
What is that?
1080.
What's that angle right there? Because it's regular, all angles are the same.
It'd be 135. So you put it...
Now 4x minus 21 equals 135. And x equals 19? I think so. 156. No. 39.
Yeah, 39.
Okay. Number 41. What kind of figure is that?
With a kite.
Are they asking about side lengths or angles?
Angles.
In a kite, which two angles are equal?
In this particular one, it'd be the angle that corresponds with the 4x minus 9.
Yeah, in other words, that's 4x minus 9.
Yeah.
This angle is not equal to that angle, as you can see.
Mm-hmm.
But these opposite angles are equal, which means, and what is the sum of the angles equal to?
360.
So what's the equation? Wow, my computer's gone screwy. Here, hold on. There you go. Let me close that off and open it again. So what's the equation? 5x plus 11
plus 2x minus 8 plus 4x minus 9 plus 4x minus 9
equals,
360.
and you can solve that, okay? Gather all your like variables.
15x.
Put every other number on the other side.
$15x minus 15 equals 360.
Yes. So 13x equals 375, right?
Wouldn't it be 15x?
Excuse me. You got 4, yeah, 15x. Okay. Since we're on limited time here, I'm going to assume you can do the algebra. Okay? In other words, once we get everything set up, that's all we need to do.
All right.
Now, 42. I've done this problem 18 different times with people, and I kind of tell everyone to do the same thing, which is to separate the similar triangles. Draw them separately so that they're not confusing. Okay? This angle is the same as that angle. Now we can see this angle is the same as this angle. So we have them oriented properly, and we know they're similar triangles because it's angle.
Okay.
That angle is equal to that angle because this line AC bisects both sides, which makes it parallel to ED. It would only be parallel to ED if it bisected both of these sides of the triangle. Since it does, it is. Since it's parallel, this angle is equal to that angle, and the big triangle is similar to the little triangle.
Mm-hmm.
Based on that similarity, we see that that's 15. What's side EB equal to?
30.
What's side DB equal to?
28.
And what's side, that little one, CB equal to?
14.
And if that's 4x minus 8, what's the similarity ratio for these two similar triangles? Big to little.
1 to 2.
Big to little.
Oh, big. Oh, 2 to 1.
I know that your teacher likes little to big,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm convinced big to little produces far fewer errors.
Okay.
Especially when you're talking about linear ratios, area ratios, and volume ratios, where you're constantly having to take square roots and cube roots. Well, you take a cube root of a number like that and it confuses anybody. because it gets bigger.
Yeah.
But if you take a cube root of a number like that, it doesn't confuse anybody. It gets smaller like you expect it to get. So that's why I like big to little. Besides, big to little produces fractions greater than 1. Little to big always produces a fraction less than 1. So if we have a 2 to 1 ratio, what is this side right there?
Two x minus 4.
That's the secret of this problem. Now it wants the perimeter of that, or it actually gives you the perimeter of the smaller triangle. It's 39 centimeters. So what equation can I write now?
2x minus 4 equals 39. Or 2x minus 4 plus 15 plus 14 equals 39.
That's it. And then solve that. Okay. What kind of shape or figure is 43?
43? Parallelogram.
What's true about those two angles?
They are supplementary.
So what's the equation?
5x plus 20 plus 3x equals 180.
44.
Triangle.
You want the perimeter of this. What's our first step?
Figuring out that the missing angle.
What is it?
$375. So it's an isosceles.
So now what equation can you write to solve?
4x minus 11 equals 2x plus 9.
That's going to let you solve for x. And then you're just going to figure out what each side is and add the three of them together to get the perimeter. Okay? That's pretty straightforward also. How about some of these? What is the direct formula for the interior angle? In other words, if the sum of the angles is n minus 2 times 180.
Are you asking for each angle?
Yeah.
You just divide that by n.
There you go. That's what's worth knowing. Okay? And especially for a problem like this. The first problem says each angle is 120 degrees, so I'm going to set that to 120 and solve it. Okay? And it's hard to solve if you don't start here. In other words, if you don't know this entire formula, you just know the numerator, that can be a bit tricky to solve. Oh. I see. Well, when we do solve that, we find out that n is equal to 6. In other words, if you solve that algebraically, you get n is equal to 6. I don't know how you figured it out, but clearly you were right.
What you do is you set it 180n minus 360 because you distribute the 180 and minus 2, and you multiply the n on both sides. You multiply the denominator n on both sides, so you get 180n minus 360 equals 120n.
And then you just solve it.
Add the 360.
60n equals 360, n equals 6. Okay. The altitude, let's just do as many of these as we can. The altitude of a vertex angle in an isosceles triangle is also, there's two answers. Let's draw an isosceles triangle and drop a vertical A vertical does two things. What does it look like it does? What's it look like it does to that angle?
It's a bisector.
And what does it look like that angle is?
90 degrees, so it's a perpendicular and a bisector.
It's a
perpendicular
angle bisector, and it's not the median. Well, it's also a median, but I think median is used somewhere else here. Let's just cover what median is. If I have a triangle like this and I'm drawing the median, it goes to the middle of the opposite side. That's a median. Well, this also is a median, right? Even though it's an altitude, it goes to the middle of the other side. So I would say it's an angle bisector and median.
Okay.
Even though not all medians are perpendicular. It's rare. It has to be an isosceles triangle for that to be true.
Okay, so it would be...
Yeah. Are there any of these I can answer quickly for you that you don't know?
Questions like 28.
Well, I don't have the number on them. Which one is it?
A rectangle is an blank parallelogram.
Which
or a rhombus.
one?
Like a rectangle is a parentheses and blank parallelogram. It's under just a couple problems under over there.
Rectangular is a perpendicular parallelogram. That's the only thing I could come up with.
Okay.
A rhombus is a equilateral parallelogram. Right?
Okay.
A square is a regular parallelogram. And I think some of these questions you could use multiple answers. So without going through all of them and making sure we use each one once, there's actually 17 answers there and there's 18 blanks.
Yeah.
So one of the answers is used twice, and I believe that one is the kite. The kite is the last one, but there's also one that is also kite, which is this one. A polygon that has two congruent sides that are consecutive and distinct. That's also kite. All right, Cole, I'm going to run.
All right, thank you very much.
I think you got a good handle on this stuff. You have a Merry Christmas, and I will talk to you sometime after the holidays, I'm sure.
All right, talk to you after the holidays.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.